So you've closed $40 million in deals since joining this real estate firm. Now, if you lost it all tomorrow, how would you go and restart through faith and work?
So closing 40 million doesn't mean I have 40 million. Let's start there. But if I had to restart it all tomorrow, man, I would just jump in, work relentlessly, and just learn from every conversation and every person I met.
Take it all in.
Yeah. Listen, if you lose something, there's a reason you lose it. I'm a big believer in that. You weren't supposed to have it.
Everything's from God.
So
Everything's from God.
At the end of the day, we're just here to be good people, do our part, build something meaningful, and make the world a better place.
Welcome, guys. Thank you for coming back to the channel today. Today we have Daniel Dahan. He is a head of acquisitions at a real estate firm here in South Florida. If I'm not mistaken, mostly managing multifamily and single family homes.
So thank God today we do everything.
Today they do everything.
Yeah, so we do single family, multifamily, doing development now as well. We do a lot of commercial, so it's stressful but fun.
Stressful. All right. I haven't found a job that is not stressful yet.
Yeah.
So let's start with Daniel Dahan. Who are you?
So me and you actually go way back.
We go way back.
Yeah,
but they don't go way back.
Born in Israel. I'm a true patriot of both America and Israel. I moved here with my family when I was 10 years old. It's actually crazy. It comes back kind of to what's going on now. My my father at the time had 2 hair salons in Tel Aviv, and I was going to school in Tel Aviv, and in Israel everyone's very independent. It's a super walkable country, and Tel Aviv is a super walkable city as well.
Yeah, beautiful.
And
city.
During that time, it was actually I don't know if people know this or not, but the first Intifada, which was a fucking crazy time because buses were getting blown up left and right in Tel Aviv. And it just got to the point to where my parents were like, all right, we can't really raise a family here. It's not, it's not even like normal life. And it wasn't just that. That was a part of it that was always in the back of my parents' mind. I think you, because you have a very close and deep connection with Israel as well, know that we all feel safe when we're there. But it's always something that's in the back of your mind, especially now as a father.
Correct.
You could say that you look at this completely different.
Yeah, of course. We got to protect our kids. Always.
So the long story short is that my dad sold his business, and he had a falling out with a partner, and he ended up coming here to the States, to Vegas, for a hair show in Vegas.
A hair show?
Yeah, it was just like a conference. You know how they have like those conventions? But it was for hairdressers.
So your dad is
my dad used to be a hairdresser.
What's the guy from
the Zohan?
The Zohan. Your dad's a Zohan. All right, it's good to know.
That's what everyone always used to say.
Paul Mitchell, right?
Yeah. Yeah, and my dad came actually with my mom. We had a few like far family relatives here and never left. So
well, South Florida, Miami is a good place to be. Yeah. Probably one of the best places in the world, other than Israel.
I think right now, as a Jew, with all the craziness that's going on, it's probably top 2 places in the world to be in.
Correct.
I don't know if I could think of a better place.
Especially with governor here. I mean, no matter what people think, we're much safer here than most places in the world. Thank God.
Yeah.
But this podcast is about bringing people together and business in general and marketing. So let's talk a deep dive about, obviously we went to school together a long time ago.
Yeah.
I think you went to UCF, right?
Yeah, I went to UCF in Orlando, and I actually did something a little bit different than what I'm doing now. I went to school for finance and accounting.
Boring.
And I very quickly realized that sitting in front of a computer for fucking 10, 15 hours a day and doing spreadsheets is not for me.
Let's fucking go, because I went for that also, and I dropped out.
Yeah.
Best decision I ever made.
I actually dropped out. So it's funny.
Oh, you dropped out too?
I dropped out. Yeah, I dropped out. I took like a year hiatus. I traveled. I lived in New York, LA, like all Israel, all over the world. And then when I came back here, my Jewish parents were like, "You gotta fucking finish." And they were hard on me on finishing because literally no one else in my family has a degree. I'm the first.
Wow.
Yeah.
Mazel tov. Congrats.
Yeah.
Congrats.
So I somehow, some way fucking finished.
Wow.
Yeah, and then I bounced around from different things and found my love and passion for real estate. And then
but you graduated with finance and accounting?
Yeah, I graduated finance and accounting, and then I did a couple internships like while I was in school, and I was like, this is not for me.
Damn. Well, guys, just so you know, you don't have to graduate college, and you don't have to graduate college in what? You don't have to succeed in graduation in order to succeed in life. That's just a simple fact.
Especially today.
Especially in today. Yeah. You know, I'm a college dropout, dropped out in my 3rd year of college after I got sick, and it was the best decision I ever made. And, you know, we're here today, thank God. Got a family that I can support, and it's all from God. But if you push and drive, no matter what you want to do, you're going to succeed. And it's all about the hustle and the grind, and thanking God for every opportunity that you have.
Yeah, listen, it's not to say that even if you go to college for a few years, you won't learn anything. You learn a lot of things. I think I learned from college, I could very quickly tell you, like, how to manage my time, which is something that I didn't know how to do before. Like,
yeah, that's fair.
As a kid, you know, you're juggling a couple different things between school, social life, you know, and everything that's going on.
If you have a job during college also.
Yeah, as well, which I think we all had jobs. And, you know, when you're 18, some people are still kids in their head. You don't realize how to prioritize things.
Especially in the United States.
Yeah.
I would say that people mature much later on in life here.
For sure.
Versus most of the other worlds. I mean, the difference in education from going from high school to college is hugely different in every other part of the world. Yeah. Right? In high school and most other countries, they're already putting you into a path of what you're going to be in. Versus here, we're just dicking around for years until we know what we want to do. Even in college, how many people actually go into college? Besides for those that want to be a doctor or a lawyer, straight up, everybody else is like fucking around for 4 years just to figure out what the hell they want to do with their life.
100%.
And they're racking up $120,000 in debt on average.
Yeah.
And then you come out of college, how the fuck are you supposed to pay that back? $120,000 is not no joke.
Yeah, listen, if you don't come from a wealthy family and you rack that up, it's gonna be a fucking backpack to carry with you for
a long time,
for a while. Yeah, and I know exactly what you're saying because I have a lot of friends that went to out of state schools, private schools that were fucking super expensive, and after 4 years they're like, oh shit, $200,000. Like, what do I have, a paper to show for it? I don't even like this.
Fucking paper.
Yeah.
It's expensive paper.
Yeah.
It's more expensive. Honestly, it's probably more expensive than the deed to a house overall. But
yeah, listen, that's more than the down payment to most houses today.
To most houses, yeah, for sure. But that leads us back to obviously the main focus here, which is real estate. And so you went to finance and accounting. Did you work in that at all before going into real estate?
So I did. I worked for a few boutique firms, and one in Israel, one here. I also did like a joint thing with like a life insurance company that also did like stocks, and it just wasn't for me. And I think it goes back to also what you were saying, that, you know, at the end of the day, everything, especially in 2025 and forward, is marketing. So if you know how to market yourself today, and you know how to use the different tools, you know, with AI, social media, text, WhatsApp, email, and you're effective with those tools, then you can make a lot of money, no matter what you do.
That is the truth. Yeah. I mean, honestly, I've taught myself. So a little backstory from us. Yeah. So I started this marketing agency about 5 months ago. And the reason being is I have one of my brands called Nude, and we are a sexual wellness brand, and I hired every marketing agency that could exist. And they all pretty much basically just stole my money.
Wow.
For the most part. So I was sick and tired of it. I was sick and tired of not understanding the marketing ins and outs of everything. So I ended up teaching myself literally everything about marketing from A to B. And from that, I started doing everything myself. And then I started from there hiring out people for each job so that I can manage and know what they're doing.
Yeah.
And since then, Nude has seen a 700% increase in sales.
Wow.
And then on top of that, we now have 3 other companies that have signed on with us for us to do their marketing because we've shown the success of what we can do in a very, very regulated field that very few people can succeed in. So, Nude's on its 3rd year of business, which already in a very competitive field, very limited field of marketing is huge.
Why you're saying the regulations in terms of regulating like sexual products?
Sexual products. So some of our products have hemp in them, which falls into the cannabis laws for most marketing agencies. Then we also have a state-of-the-art sexual enhancing vape, and vapes in general have their own regulations. So
you can't market vapes.
No, so we cross 3 different regulatory issues, and because of that, it limits us on growth overall. But we've now figured out how to overcome that and succeed in that industry. Thank God, all from God. But if it wasn't for literally the last marketing agency that fucked me over, I probably would not have gone down this path, which was a blessing in disguise for me. So thank you, God, for that one.
So
But
that's how you get to get super creative with everything that you're doing, I think.
you have to
think
get
outside the box and fucking solve the problems that you can't get other people to solve for you.
Yeah. So and I think the biggest thing is most people hire other companies or other people to do things for them without understanding what those people should be doing, which you end up paying. And like SEO, for example, SEO is a huge scam for the most companies that charge for it. They'll charge you $2,000-$3,000 a month and tell you that they're doing something for you. But you as a business owner, what do you really know about SEO, right?
Yeah.
And I would say that's majority of companies. And if you don't know what SEO is, or you don't know the foundations of what needs to be done on a general basis, such as blog writing, backlinks, titles, metadata, like these things, if you don't know them, how are you going to know what the company is doing for you, really? So I think first and foremost, as an entrepreneur, you need to educate yourself on a lot of at least the basics of what is needed to be done within those fields before you start hiring on companies to do these things. So at least you can hold them accountable for what they're not doing. But that's just on the marketing standpoint, which we'll touch into also on the real estate side, because I see that you're starting to do marketing for yourself and getting out there, which is huge. I think that you're actually one of the few people that's starting that trend. I don't think enough real estate people are actually going there yet. So kudos to you, but
appreciate that, man.
So let's talk about you jumped straight into real estate. Now, did you start at this firm that you're at now?
So I had my license for a while before, and I worked. So I had my license just brokering deals here and there for family, friends, good deals that I found, just because I always had a passion for real estate. But I had my own business. I was actually doing something similar to yours, selling vapes and Delta 8 products, and THC, and that went well. It was a very wavy business because of all the regulations.
Still is.
Yeah.
Still is.
There's fucking new products and vapes coming out left and right.
And new laws and regulations.
Yeah. So I did that, and then I also worked for a company that did wholesale of like merchandise goods and things like that. And I was there for a couple years, built a lot of really good relationships, but I realized that, I as I get further on in life and I want to settle down, I have to, if I'm gonna be selling something, because at the end of the day we're all selling something, it's got to be the most expensive thing that you can sell, which today
is real estate. Or Bitcoin.
Yeah. But it wasn't just that. It was just I really did have a love, a passion for real estate, and I wanted to explore that. And funny enough, one of the owners of the company that I work for now is also one of my best friends, and we always spoke about working together. And it just wasn't the right timing. And eventually, as they were growing, it became the right timing, and we had a few really, really, really good conversations, and now there's a lot of magic happening.
A lot of magic.
Yeah, so It was a very big blessing.
All from the big man upstairs.
Yeah.
So now let's talk about that. So you went into this company with your buddy. How long have you been there now?
I've been there for 2 years.
You've been there for 2 years. Okay. And you're saying since you've been there, basically you guys closed about 40 million.
Yeah.
I mean, that's huge. That's a big number.
Yeah. It's a very big number, but with real estate, there's you can do 10 different ways of closing a transaction. Right?
Correct.
So it doesn't mean that, per se we made 40 million. We made some good money, obviously, but the key with real estate is how do you take the money that you make and make it work for you and make it appreciate, times 5, times 10 within a very short period of time. If you're able to
times 10 is big.
Yeah. If you're able to really build the relationships and the connections, with different realtors, the cities, legislation within the counties as well, then you could really position yourself to be able to do something that's going to last for your grandchildren and on.
No, that's the goals that we all have.
Yeah.
Generational wealth.
Yeah.
Now,
that's the goal.
I mean, so real estate is obviously hugely varied.
Yeah.
You have commercial, residential, multifamily.
Yeah.
So you guys currently do everything.
Yeah.
But when you within that 40 million or 50 million, 40 million, what would you say is the majority?
For us, the majority is single family.
Single family.
Single family fix and flip, if I'm being very specific.
But you guys aren't doing the flipping.
So we occasionally will do the flipping.
If the deal's right.
Yeah, if the deal's right. We're very lucky because within our system, we get to kind of cherry pick.
Okay.
Which, gives us the ability to go in on the ones that we very strongly believe in.
I'm guessing you have a partnership with a developer.
So we develop ourselves.
You're developing yourself.
Yeah.
Okay.
As a company, we're developing ourselves already. We're breaking ground on one of the developments in Q2 of 2026.
Okay.
Yeah, and then the other 2 are actually still in plans and approvals.
Yeah, that's the worst part.
Yeah,
the worst part.
It takes forever.
The planning, approval, blueprints, codes.
So I'm not as involved in that just yet because I still have a lot to learn, and that's a whole world within itself.
Yeah,
that you got to dedicate full time to. But I'm learning more every day, and it's I love it. I really do.
All right, so let's talk acquisitions.
Yeah.
So that's your focus, right?
Yeah, that's my main focus, but I do everything because we we all gotta do everything. You want to learn, you want to do whatever you can to get shit done, and at the end of the day, listen, when your hand is involved, it's it's a different.
What he's saying is he's hungry. He wants that bread, and he's got to learn everything in order to get that bread. So let's start on the acquisition side because obviously that's what you're familiar with.
Yeah.
So acquisitions, obviously, there's the lead generation that's going to go first.
Yeah.
Then there's going to be, making sure it's the right deal. So I guess walk us through how do you get the leads currently for yourself or for the firm?
Yeah.
Do you guys have a lead generator? Or are you guys doing all the outreach yourselves?
So we do everything, and what I mean by that is we do mail campaigns, email campaigns, commercials, Instagram, YouTube, SEO, you name it.
Oh, you guys
do it. Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah, we're doing everything not because everything works tremendously well, but because a lot of the things that I mentioned we recently started doing, and we're kind of just betaing and seeing what's worth it and what's not.
Yeah, but the ROI is.
But traditionally with real estate in general, I think that the highest ROI is when you actually get on the phone with someone, and that's relationships.
Correct.
You can't market that through a postcard or through an email. It's different.
But the question is, how do you get them on the phone?
So getting them on the phone it's through a variety of methods. We have different lists that we scrap from public data and in the county's office and companies that we pay for to give us predictive analytics with AI. Using, for example, Google Images, satellite images of the properties. Does this look like someone that's going to sell, or is this something potentially for a development? And it tracks and analyzes all that, and we pay a lot of money for that. And then we have a team in-house and also overseas that just is nonstop on the phone.
I love it. That's how you get it.
Yeah.
Nonstop. It's a grind every single day. And if you're not grinding, somebody else is grinding harder than you, and they're going to beat you to that deal.
Yeah, but it's also very much so a relationship business. So the better you can, position yourself with certain crucial relationships, and the more likable you are, the more personable you are, the more you put yourself out there, the more you get out of your comfort zone, the more hands you shake, the more money you make.
That's the truth.
And in real estate, it's
so what would you say is the biggest category for relationship necessity that you need in this industry?
For relationship necessity,
what is the biggest relationship that benefits you the most for accelerating your career?
I think it depends what you're doing, right?
Well, on the acquisition side.
So for the acquisition side, I think it's just honestly it's realtors and buyers and sellers that have other crucial relationships. And what I mean by that is you want to be on the first dial list of the top broker, for example, in Hollywood, Florida.
So that you get that listing before it hits the market.
No, so I'm saying it's not necessarily about getting the listing, but you want to be top of mind and first to mind when there's an opportunity.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
So, how do you get to those realtors? How do you get to those brokers?
It's all about picking up the phone and going to lunch, going to coffee, going to networking events, putting yourself out there. And just being genuine and working on deals that are mutually beneficial. You never want to be in a position to where someone is left with a sour taste in their mouth and are like, fuck that guy. I never want to work with him again. Because you never know where down the line you'll meet that person.
Ever.
And you don't want to burn bridges, especially not in a big community that's also very small because everybody knows everybody.
Yeah. I mean... Hey, well, in South Florida, everybody's a realtor also.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Like in South Florida, everybody thinks they're a realtor, but they're a realtor like I used to be, and they do 8 other things, and they just have their license. That's not a realtor. That's just, I have my license, but they don't really fucking know real estate. Like if you ask that person about real estate, they think they know, but they don't know.
No, they know that there's a property for sale and somebody needs to buy it.
They have access to the MLS, and they think they're hot shit, but... tons of realtors in South Florida don't even fucking speak English, so it's crazy. That's not to be, like an asshole condescending or anything like that, but I think it's very crucial to speak English in a business that has a lot of, legal documents, attorneys, banks, lenders, you have to speak English.
Wow. Honestly, I didn't even think about that part, but I mean, South Florida obviously is borderline part of Cuba at this point. And I love the Cuban people, so no hate on them.
But you know what's funny? Sorry that I'm cutting you off.
You're good.
As much as you have to speak English, in South Florida specifically, you also have to speak Spanish.
You definitely have to speak Spanish. ¿Tú no hablas español?
Yo hablo español muy bien.
See? So we're good. We taught ourselves Spanish over here. I actually worked in a warehouse starting with 4 Cuban guys, and that's how I picked up Spanish. So thank God for that. But... obviously you're Jewish. Do you ever have, would you say that in your business, your religion plays a factor?
100%. And it plays a factor because you need to put boundaries, and you need to make them very clear, especially for people that you work with. Because otherwise you'll get stepped on. And for me, for example, I keep the Sabbath, so starting tonight actually at like 6:30 all the way till Saturday night at 7:30ish, I turn my phone off, turn everything off. I'm 100% offline, and it's the biggest blessing in my life because I get to really spend quality time with my family.
Yeah, no, I mean, the Sabbath is probably one of the most important foundational things that God gave to us as humans, and as his children. One thing that struck me the most about it recently was Charlie Kirk, rest in peace.
Yeah, that he even did it.
He started keeping the Sabbath, which is, I don't think people truly understand that in today's day and age, with how much technology is around us and how much you're addicted to your phones,
Yeah.
that a day to literally shut it all off, even just for the peace of mind, but for me, even I mean, you're a father also, but to spend time with your family, like if it was not for the Sabbath, I don't think my family would see me.
Yeah.
And like the Sabbath, 25 hours, nonstop, just family time, thanking God for what the opportunities you've been given in this world, I think can really set you up for a positive week in the next week. Unless you recharge, lets your brain rest. And with with TikTok and Instagram these days, the brain is so fucked up that
overstimulated for sure.
It's too overstimulated. I mean, even just going before bed, like if you're scrolling TikTok, like how are you supposed to sleep?
Yeah.
Afterwards, like your brain is just seeing image after image after image after image. Like you need a chill period before.
For sure.
But we're talking about God, so I'm guessing that's going to be your answer to this, but we'll see what your answer is. When a deal falls through, because deals always fall through, right? And it's stressful, especially on deals that you've worked on for a while.
Yeah.
Those are the worst because you put in so much time and energy and it just falls through from like stupidity sometimes.
Yeah.
But what is your go-to for dealing with stress? Because I know it's a stressful environment, especially in South Florida with how many people are chasing all these deals. What is your go-to for that?
So obviously, God is a part of it, but I think, and this comes from, we grew up playing basketball, soccer, tons of sports together, and it comes from sports. You got to have a quick reset and fresh mindset, because if you get stuck, then it's not going to lead to any good. It's just like a batter in baseball. Like you can't think about, okay, you went 0 for 4 last game. You gotta be fresh and up to bat and sharp, because if not, you're gonna miss the next opportunity. You're not gonna be clear-sighted of what's possible and what's next. And I always try to keep that back of mind and just keep pushing forward. Listen, if it wasn't meant to be, it wasn't meant to be. As long as you keep that in mind and you know that God does ultimately have the better plan. They say man plans and God laughs.
Ain't that the truth?
So we can plan and we think we know, right, what the correct path and plan is for us. But at the end of the day, he has a better one. And I truly believe that with all my heart.
I truly believe that also. And it's facts. I mean, I've had many experiences.
Yeah, and then you see it after. You just put everything together. You're like, whoa.
Yeah, I mean, I actually just had a crazy experience with my dad. My dad's in the hospital currently. God willing, he has a quick and speedy recovery.
Is that the shit?
But so we were in the hospital, and my dad has an infection in his foot. And the first thing, so the doctors come in after like 48 hours of telling us they need to do tests. And the first doctor that comes in tells us that they need to amputate his leg.
Oh my God.
And I'm like, how is that the first thing you're telling me right when you walk in the fucking room? So it ends up being that my sister contacted one of her ex-boyfriends from like 2 years ago, who happens to be the exact doctor for what my dad needs. And I called him because, they didn't want, so I called him and I'm like, listen, this is a situation. And he goes, abso-fucking-lutely not. You get him switched over to this hospital. I will take care of him. We'll do this and this, and we're going to save his foot, and I'm going to get him up and walking. He had surgery 2 days ago. They did exactly what he said. He did exactly what he said he was going to do. And min hashamayim, like from God, you realize God sends you people in your life, and you never know for what.
Yeah.
Ever.
Yeah.
But it happens to be the most random kind of doctor. It's a foot doctor.
Yeah.
But like to save my dad's foot, I personally believe that that's from God. So
that's a crazy story, man.
Yeah,
it's literally divine intervention.
Yeah. Like you never know why people are brought to you. But we'll go back to sports because I'm a huge sports guy, and go on to positivity also. But so obviously your work, family, God, but you need some kind of outlets. So I'm guessing sports. Are you still involved in sports?
Yeah.
Still working out? What's the deal?
I am. I was actually up at 5 a.m. today.
5 a.m. Early rise and grind.
Well, you know this more than
I do.
More than a lot of viewers probably, but anyone that's a father or mother can relate. If I don't get up at 5 a.m., I can't work out. It's just not. It just doesn't happen anymore. There's no time. I got to beat the baby and my wife before we wake up, and get my workout done before. So,
And there's also like, at least for me, there's the concept that if I wake up that time, like it's the only time in the day that nobody's getting my attention.
There's no distraction.
There's no distraction. I can read, I can meditate, I can, learn a little bit and then go to the gym. So even prayers,
For sure.
Prayers. I mean, you have a baby and a wife. Praying with them in the house, not easy. It's not easy. So it's the early morning grind is definitely where it's at when you're trying to focus on yourself and building yourself as an entrepreneur, and a father and a husband. So 100% on that.
For sure, man.
So you work out every day?
So unfortunately, I don't anymore because my time is just so limited, and like we spoke about before, priorities, right? Like today, my priority is to see my son before he goes to bed, right? Other than to go work out.
Yes.
So whereas, like a year ago, I would have been like, no, like I gotta get my workout in. But it's the biggest blessing, and I don't. It's not like, oh shit, I can't work out. It's, oh wow, I get to spend time with my son.
100%.
So
I agree with that. But obviously you want to be back in the gym. You want to take care of yourself, right?
Yeah.
And it's a good outlet stress wise.
For sure. Yeah. For me, it's more than just the gym. And I think you could probably relate to this. It's just being competitive, man, with whatever it is that I'm doing. I try to, bring a buddy or two to a workout class or play some basketball, pick up, I just picked up paddle. Actually,
paddle.
Yeah,
really.
I don't know if you know about paddle, but that shit is fucking addicting, man. Like I could play that shit for hours.
I have not played.
It is so fun, and this sport is fucking blowing up.
Hold on, that's pickleball, no?
No. So there's pickleball, and then
not pickleball.
You haven't heard of paddle?
I've heard of it. I just thought it was pickleball. I thought it was a brand name.
I'm shocked that you haven't heard of it because there's such big like new paddle like warehouses that have popped up everywhere.
To where it's not an outdoor thing?
So it's outdoor and indoor.
Okay.
But the thing is, it's like on artificial turf. So if it rains, you're fucked.
It's on artificial turf?
Yeah, it's like artificial grass.
All right, tell me this game because I've never.
All right, it's pretty much tennis, but it's a smaller court and it has glass on the back, like the back wall is glass, and then also the two front beginning panels are glass, and then it's like a metal net, and you could play off the glass but not the metal net, and it's pretty much like the same rules as tennis, but it's a lot more high intensity and high paced because the court is so much smaller.
Is that what they have outside Aventura Mall?
Yeah.
Oh,
so I've seen
it.
So
I thought that was pickleball.
So
pickleball's the same size court, no?
It's no pickleball's smaller.
Pickleball's smaller.
This is bigger than pickleball.
Wow. Yeah. Okay.
This is bigger than pickleball, and have you know where the Costco is on 163rd? Miami people, you'll know this, or 151st.
Yeah.
So behind there they have that whole new development. It's called Sole Mia.
Yeah.
So they also built a crazy paddle place there. It's like a luxury high end. They've made them into like clubs essentially. It's like a wellness club. They have a Pura Vida in there. It's like they have a full like gym, spa, cold plunge, like the whole nine. It's like a whole membership.
I know why I know paddle. One of my friends is an owner in the brand.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's why.
Yeah. It's dude, you gotta play it. It's fucking addicting, man. Like I'm obsessed with it in a very short period of time, and it's popping up everywhere.
Yeah, no, I've definitely seen it pop up everywhere. I just didn't know that. I thought that was pickleball.
I think it's the hottest sport in the world right now. I'm not kidding.
Well, I'm gonna have to get in there. Hopefully, my ACL can hold up on that one because that's a lot of quick jerking back and forth.
Yeah.
But we're definitely gonna get there. So.
Yeah.
But right now we're gonna insert a nice quote from God because this is all about what we're in over here. But Proverbs 16:3, and it states, "Commit your work to the Lord, and your plans will succeed." And that's really what we've been discussing up until now. Believe in God and believe in his message and believe of the path that he puts forward for you, and you will succeed. Whether you like a lot of those outcomes are not necessarily going to be true. But in the end, God knows what's best for you to get you back on his path. And that's really what you got to believe in and follow through in order to succeed in this world. But are you a big reader?
As of the last like 4 years, yeah, I've become a very big reader actually.
Give me a book.
Uh,
What's the one that foundationally changed you?
Discipline is Destiny.
Discipline is Destiny.
Discipline is Destiny.
All right. What do you think that taught you?
That book just kind of put like 5 or 6 of the most crucial, I think, ideas and disciplines, obviously, of life essentially together for me.
Got it.
Yeah.
Well, discipline is.
You gotta read it.
Discipline is there's a lot of books I gotta read.
I'll send you a copy. It's mine.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
That's how much I love that book.
Honestly, reading is probably one of the hardest things for me overall. I don't know why books put me to sleep horribly. I've tried making it a thing that I read 10 pages a day. I tried to, but it's not easy. But one of the books that I do like is called Atomic Habits by James Clear.
I've read that book.
And
it's a good book.
One of the best quotes that I love in it is stacking small wins daily like reps in the gym.
Yep.
You build those up. Eventually, those small wins become huge wins.
If you like Atomic Habits, you're going to think Discipline is Destiny is like out of this world.
Well, I'll wait for my copy.
You'll
wait for my copy.
You'll get it, man.
So, we talked about you getting into real estate, your beginnings. Now let's talk future, right?
Yeah.
I'm sure you see yourself building something for the next 5 years, probably longer than that even.
Yeah.
But, we have many things happening. AI, you brought up multiple times, which I love that you brought that up because AI in real estate, I think, is going to be huge.
Yeah.
It
already is, but yeah.
It already is, but we're just tipping the iceberg here. So let's start with AI. Actually, at that point, where do you see AI taking real estate over the next couple of years, and where do you see it helping you currently in your position?
So I think it's not gonna take away the real estate agent, but it's gonna cut a lot of the Joe Schmo realtors and brokers out there.
Yeah.
And it's gonna give people an opportunity to learn very quickly the ins and outs of things that they couldn't before, and just help them get shit done quicker. That's one that's with everything and with AI. In my business, I could tell you that we're already using it, and we're going to continue to use it just to automate a lot of the shit that that we would have to do, or that our employees would have to do, in terms of like data entry or scrapping data or texting or campaigns, calling. Even you can even get AI callers. Callers.
The AI calls are crazy.
Yeah, so it's nuts what you can do with AI.
Yeah. No, AI is definitely changing the game, and I think the sooner people, entrepreneurs specifically, the sooner that they embrace it and understand what it can benefit from them, the better they'll be. Problem is, many people are scared to learn it or don't even take the time to learn it, but they don't realize that it's literally taking over 90% of jobs.
Yeah.
I think also if I'm not mistaken, I saw Zillow that they're starting to implement AI into their software so that it can actually calculate based off of your previous searches better housing opportunities for you in different areas, which is sick already.
Yeah, that's insane.
And then they're planning on putting in different criteria of like, you can put what your down payment can you afford, and it's going to just build out a whole model for you, which is crazy.
Wow.
But the AI is a little scary overall, but if you get into it and you learn about it, it can really change your future and can change your family's future. I mean, I think I want to say it was Elon Musk, but don't quote me on that. It said AI is going to build the most amount of millionaires over the next 5 years than ever in history. So hopefully we can be a part of that.
Yeah, that's the
goal. For younger people starting out, I mean, we're pretty young, but people that are just starting out and getting out of college and want to get into the real estate game like you are, what kind of advice would you give them?
To just try everything. And what I mean by that is, you like real estate, go try it. You like, I don't know, marketing and building a podcast studio, go build it. Just fucking go do it. Try.
Just do it.
Yeah.
He's a Nike commercial right here.
I'm a Nike. I got some Nikes on today too.
Oh, he got his Nikes on. I love that. I would say also one of the big things that I've learned is don't chase the bad habits, right? Say no to certain opportunities and don't take on too much.
That's a huge thing, man. Saying no is that the quicker the younger kids can learn to say no, I think that fucking gives you a jump start to your success.
Yeah. No, I mean, even for me, I've taken on a lot of projects over the last couple of years, and I've had to learn the hard way, unfortunately, and lose a lot of money in taking on too many projects. And because of that, I can't focus my time on the specific projects that need my time to succeed. So really not spreading yourself too thin. You know, we all wish we could be Elon Musk, who runs a rocket ship company, Doge on the government, and you know, implanting brain chips and Tesla. But we're not all Elon Musk, and we could try to be. But focus in, grind it out, and really delve into what you can do.
I like that. I love that.
But you know, when God is your CEO, you move with peace, even in uncertainty. It's not about how many zeros are in your bank account. It's about how much purpose is behind them. So, you know,
Whose quote is that?
whose quote is that? That's a great question. I don't
Whose
know.
quote is that?
But it's a beautiful quote. One day I'll know. And it's actually a quote that I live by personally. So, but either way, Daniel, it was a pleasure to have you on board here.
Before we do that,
Before we go,
I need another 10 seconds from you because you've put some gold nugget questions in this podcast, and I want to kind of flip it on you.
Flip it on me, baby. I like this.
Yeah. What would you say is your biggest advice to some of the next generation coming into our world right now, into the business world?
So for those coming into the business world, I got to tell you, as me, who's one of the biggest risk takers out there, everything I do is risky. I would tell you, risk it, especially at an early age. You know, you take that loss, you can recuperate.
Yeah.
That will allow you to lose quickly. Losses are wins, no matter how you slice it. They teach you so much in this world. And if you can take those losses early, it'll build you for a much better future going on. I would say that that's my foundational lesson that I learned early on.
Listen to this man right here.
And
Listen to this man right here.
And also one more thing, because this one is very crucial to me. When you do have money, be careful who you trust. People will take advantage of you, especially when you're younger. I made my first couple million when I was a young kid. I was 25, I think, at the time. And I trusted a lot of people, especially friends that I've known for a long time. And unfortunately, a lot of those backfired on me. Lost a lot of money. Thank God we're still standing. He watches out overall. And at the end of the day, it's not my money. It's God's money. But just protect yourself. And I would say one of the greatest books to learn from that is The Richest Man in Babylon. That was a great book to teach you how to protect your wealth.
Okay. I love it.
I'm going to get you that book if you haven't read it.
Yeah.
I'm getting a book.
I have not read that.
We're doing book swapping. It's a book club.
We're going to do a book club.
Book club, baby. You got anything else for me?
I mean, it looks like we're a little tight on time, but that's the way to fucking cap it off right there, man.
All right. I
don't know if you could top that.
I don't know if I could top that. But at the end of the day, it's not just about building real estate for you. It's about building a life worth living and building family, closeness to God.
100%.
So I appreciate and love that you're already living that life. It's good to see people that I grew up with succeed and build godly lives. So thank God for everything. Daniel, it's a pleasure to have you on board.
Thank you, my brother. I
Guys,
appreciate you having me here.
If you ever need real estate in Miami, hit this man up. He's a good guy. He'll take care of you. And also subscribe to the channel. Click like if you like this podcast. And stay tuned for more episodes coming soon. Thank you so much.